Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. Ginette Biro here. I'm a medium and a channeler, and welcome to your weekday daily card reading where we dive into the cards, see what's in store with a message from Spirit. Friday energy today. I'm feeling it. I hope you're feeling it. Fridays are fun days. I know that's cheesy, but I gotta love Fridays. It's just good. It's just good. So, Wisdom of the Oracle is what we're using today by Colette Baron Reid. And we've been using it all week. So if you're just new to my channel and you're curious about the theme this week, go back to Monday. It's worth it. Definitely check out Wednesday's mediumship. Actually, Wednesday was channeling. Check that one out. But let's see what the cards have to share as we step into the weekend energy. Weekend energy. What is it? What is it telling me? First thing I'm hearing is eyes on the prize. So keeping your focus, eyes on the prize, and when I say that, it's not, for some it could be real specificity, but I'm getting it more like, for some it's like, keep your focus on what you want and don't get pulled down by dramas and things, like 3D world things, fear narratives, right, like we talked about, or I talked about in the podcast on Monday, fear narratives and confusion narratives, like stay true to you. So eyes on the prize, okay? Let's see. One more shuffle here. They're also singing Happy Days in the background, which is really quite funny. So like joyous energy today. So let's see. They're saying it's all in the cards. I see what you're getting at, Spirit. Okay. This makes sense. Eye on the prize, happy days, right? Like stay in that joy energy, because here's a very interesting thing. With the energies and the way that they're ramping up, because we have, I think it's something like 4 planets in retrograde right now. We're coming up to the peak of the Lionsgate portal. The Lionsgate does have intensity energy to it. Here's a very interesting thing. So for many of you, there is change energy in the wind. So there's a change frequency coming. Things shifting. Some of you may actually see this in the manifestation of wind storms. Wind speaks so much to me. Like it really is a communicator element for sure. So there are things coming up and changing. And that is because there are a lot of action pieces coming into play right now, which is what this Yang card is. This is action potentials. This is also masculine frequency, divine masculine energy. So for some of you, it could be a divine masculine coming into your world, and you're feeling the energy of that change coming. But again, I want to say this is action potentials, and we've been talking about fire, and we've been talking about standing around that central flame, and look, this person's holding that in their hands now. So this is like decision point. This is leaping point. This is like happening here, now, and so on. And I keep snapping, I know, but I'm feeling the energy to prove the point. Now, at the same time, we also have the chaos and conflict card. Now, chaos and conflict does not have to be scary, but remember how I talked on Monday in the energy update. And if you missed that, it's on the podcast, so you can watch it here on YouTube or on any of your audio platforms, the Ginette Biro podcast. It's the August energy update. And in that, I specifically shared a message from Spirit about fear narratives shifting into confusion narratives. That confusion is going to be rampant on our planet right now because we seem to be moving through the blankets of fear narratives, which is fantastic, by knowing our resonance, by tuning in, stepping in to our authentic selves, which helps us resonate our truth. Now, the second best thing to fear is confusion. If you can't scare them, make them confused, which then eventually puts them into fear. So consider the confusion, chaos and conflict narratives that may be surfacing this weekend. And I want to say this is very much in like the collective energy. There's a confusion, conflict, whirly energy. 3D to me feels very dense, and I'm talking 3D consciousness. So stay up in 5D energy, because these whirling events in 3D that we may see this weekend are creating change. And change is a good thing because it allows space for imagination. Imagine card. I love this card. This card, I'm not sure if you can see really closely, there's somebody in the middle and they're holding up a thread that connects them to the moon. Now, this card is completely full of potential. This card is the lightness, the light holding them through. And this is what I really feel like Spirit's like eye on the prize. Stay connected to the higher frequencies, just like this card. Imagine the world you want to live in. Imagine the reality you wish to be a part of. Because that's what matters. Not the chaos of 3D. Now, here's the other thing. In our world right now, things have to change. And we know that, right? That's not a new statement. But things have to change because we need these action energies right now to come in and help change things. And some of you are those action pieces right now. Some are, slated for another time. Some have already been the action piece. We all have different roles to play, but it allows for change. But change does bring chaos and conflict. But the thing is you don't have to descend into the chaos and conflict. You can stay connected to the higher energies, 5D consciousness, and you can stay above it. You can stay in the light. So I find that really interesting. I'm going to pull a few more because, again, this is talking about like what needs to whirl and change, but we don't need to be burned by the fire. I love that, Spirit, because here's the thing. This person has the ability to hold the fire in their hands. Therefore, they know they're not going to get burned. Those that don't know that, though, will fear that they will be burned by the fire, right? So like this person moves with the element of fire. Others might run from the element of fire. So there's a lot of potential for you in this energy this weekend to do great things. So let's see what that is. Hold on one moment here. So we have lots of change energy, lots of whirly energy, but actions being taken, things being shifted. Maybe it's you in your world shifting things and taking action that you know is going to cause a little bit of crumbling, but it's to create beautiful space for all that you can imagine. These are powerful energies here. To be honest, I'm not surprised. It's connecting to the Lionsgate energy. Okay. Sorry, I don't mean to yell that. Remember I was like, I'm hearing the song Happy Days? Happy, happy. Like, you know that song from Sister Act? It's like, oh, happy day, oh, happy day. Oh, happy day, oh, happy day. That's what I'm hearing in my head the whole time I'm talking to you. So I love that this card, happy, happy, comes out. Like, it makes sense. So with this happiness, this is what you can sit in with the Imagine card. If this is your focus, this is where you are, regardless of what's going on below. But here's the other interesting thing. And again, this is where Spirit gets really real. Many of us have one foot in the old world, one foot in the new world. I find this a lot myself too. And that's not always easy because in the old world, we may find more chaos and conflict, but there needs to be change. In the new world, we find that lighter energy. Sometimes we feel like we're being knocked back and forth. Here's the key. Rely on those in your soul family, in your tribe, to help hold you in this higher frequency. Reinforce your energy with that of good. There are many around you that are holding the light, holding the frequency to help you also hold it. And I know that many of you are doing that for other people. So we have, even though we're seeing things shifting, which we need to, right? We need to see them shift. We can hold this frequency. And if we find some things in our lives need the shifting that isn't so much fun, we can do that. We can recalibrate and come back to happiness, to joy, all of that. So I will leave that with all of you. I hope you enjoyed the little song. It's funny. I have to say, Spirit has been telling me that I need to bring back song, and I have been slowly working on some spiritual music. And there's been this hesitation through the year to do so, but I find it coming out naturally even in reading. So I'm listening, I'm hearing it, Spirit. It makes me laugh, but it also fills my heart. So I hope you're feeling the happiness. Play some music today that brings your energy up, and maybe you do that throughout the weekend too. So I will leave that with all of you. happy Friday, everyone, and I will see you all on Monday. Have a good one.